welcome into this channel. So this marks our first project that we'll be working on, and here we have a very simple web design with a registration form, whereby you'll have something of this sort at the end. You see now, this is now your menu. Here you can see your menu. So if you click here, so let's click on refresh. So if you click here, it displays this now. It displays this form. Okay, so you can click here, you can click here. If you click here, it goes to registration, login. You can just log in. So here you can just insert your email. You can just insert your email. Okay. Okay, let's have a simple email. Okay, then your password. Then remember password. You click on login. Okay, if you click on registration, you can enter your details there. You can enter your details there. Then you click on here. Then you click on registration. All right, now that's what we'll be creating on this video. So watch every minute of this video to see how we go about it. Now we'll just need to have your folder, whereby you have your HTML file, your CSS, and just a simple image. All right, the background image. Now you see. Okay, after that, just need to go to your editor. On my side, I'm using my Visual Studio Code. Okay, let's see. So this is what you have your index. Okay, this is your HTML file and your CSS file. Okay, we just need to connect them. We can just connect them with just few lines. Okay, sorry, this is link trail. Okay, exactly. Then you can have a style .css at this point. Okay, you can just delete that one, it's not important. So style, so we have connected them. Okay, after that we just need now to start working on our project now, and hereby we'll have now our first to create our first the class, which is my bench. Okay, after that we'll have another div class, which is navbar. Then we'll also have to create a div. Okay, in between there, you can have now just this is now great. This is now index.html. Okay, you can have that and then call it. This is learn tech. Okay, at that point you can just come here in just below here. So we'll have now our nav. Then at this point you'll have now your help. Then you can call it an ID. You can call it menu items. Okay, after that you'll have now this is now okay. Then after that you can just copy all this. And then just paste it. Then you paste it at this point. You can just change this one to be about us. you can change to be services. Okay, at this point you just need to change all this. This one will not be a link, while it will be a button. Okay, this will be a button, and then a button, and then we can give it a class which is login btn. Okay, you can call it a login btn at that point, and then we'll give it. Now that is it. Then we just need to go to our web or our browser and refresh to see how it appears. So you see how it appears. Okay, we just need, we have our, okay, at this point we'll have, now this is our login. Good. So you just come here, then you refresh, you see how it appears. So you'll have your, then your login at this point. This is a button. Okay, after that we can have now this. Now that's how it appears. So you just need to style it, and first of all we just need to start with our page at this point. Okay, this one will have a height will just set to 100%. we'll have the width also will be set to 100%. Okay, and also back, okay, we'll set the background image at this point, whereby we'll set it to merge tone down. Okay, sorry, this is should be enclosed into a double quotes. Okay, this is our image. Okay, and just need to refresh. See, the image now is inserted, but it should be a background size. You should set the background size to cover. You can also change the background position to be at the center, and also the position, set the position to absolute. Great. I just need to come here and refresh to see now the image now is inserted and all that. So it just needs to continue, and then we'll need now to style the navbar. Alright, so we'll have now our navbar here. So this is now a navbar, whereby we have all this content, where we have the title, also the main items. Good. Just need to come here and then you style this. So you'll have the display. The display should be displayed in form of a flex. Okay, will be align items will be at the center. Great. And then we'll also have padding. Set the padding to be at 20 pixels. Great. And then also padding left, you can set it to something like 50 pixels. Great. And then we'll also have to set the padding right, we'll have to set it to 30 pixels. And then also have padding top, we can set it to 50 pixels. Okay, you see now how it appears. So you've squeezed every content now to 50, and also you see the distance, the padding from the top and all that. Okay, you just need now to continue on the next one will in the style now is nav. The nav is where we contain the minor items. Now this one nav. Okay, this is not a class name, we just need to style it, and then we'll start with the flags. The flags will be 1, and then test align, will be, this is test align, and then test align we can set it to the right. Great. Now you see now the content now is squeezed to the right. Great. The next one, you just need to work on the UL. At this point you see now this is snap, and then UL, this point where you have okay, so nav, this is nav, then UL. Okay, then at that point we will say that the display should be inline block. Okay, so at this point you see now it should be an inline block. Okay, and also you can also set the list style to remove the bulletin and all that. List style to be none. Okay, you can set the list style to none. So the next one is to style okay, at this point we'll have the display which is set to inline block, set to inline block, and also the margin will also set to the margin right will set it to 70 pixels. Okay, at this point you see now you click on refresh, see now how it is arranged. Great. Now the next part is just to style the links themselves. Now here at this point you just need to style whereby you'll have text decoration to remove the underlining and all that. So text decoration will have now this is none, and then you'll have the font size. You can increase the font size to something like, now you can set the font size to 20 pixel. Great. And then the color will be, this is okay. Then we'll also the font family can set it to okay. Font weight, you can set the font weight to something like bolder. Okay, great. So at this point you just need to click on refresh. You see now how it appears. See? Okay, so the next part is to style when you place mouse over them. When you place a mouse over the links, now what should they appear? Okay, copy this and then you set the hover. So now the hover will be at this point. Now we need now to set the hovering, the color should change to something like, can change it to blue. Okay, so if you click on refresh, see now when you place your mouse here the color changes to blue. Okay, then next we just need now to style now the button. You see now this is a length, and then this one is just a button, whereby I need now to say that okay, let's come here and then copy this. So at this point you just need to copy that, and then this is a button. Okay, a button will have now the font size which is 20 pixel. You can also set the color the color to that one. Okay, then you'll also have the outline. You can set the outline to none, border none, also set the background and set the background transparent. Then we'll also have to set the font weight. Font weight will be a bolder. Okay, you can also set the font family. To right. Now the next one is to style. Now when you place a mouse over it, okay, it will be the same as CSS. Just need to copy this. Then great. Now the next part is now to style now the link. Okay, we have a certain link here, which we will have now our title here, which is here. So it's just can just say that this is now the link. You can just style it, and then you say that this is color. You can set the color to something like okay. Then we'll also have the font weight. You can set the font weight to bolder. Okay, we can set the font size to 36 pixel. Correct. And then we also have to just decoration to none. Okay, can have that. You see now how it appears. So it almost looks the same now. You see. So when you place your mouse here over this and all that, so we have worked on our top part. Which is navigation bar under the title. So you just need now to continue and work on our now the main part, which is now the registration form and all that. Okay, to do that, we just need now to go to our now HTML part, and then just below here, we'll need now to create now our dev class, and dev class we can just call it okay login page. It's just a login page. Okay, but before that you can have an ID here for the purpose of JavaScript and all that. You can have a Java, okay, which is a login form. We will use it somewhere, so keep it in mind. So ID is just for the purpose of JavaScript and all that. Okay, after that you'll have to create another dev class, which is now the form box. Okay, then can you create another div, but in between you can have an ID which is btn. Okay, now just below here we'll have now to create a dev class for the button. You see now we have this so we have our form now, our general form. We'll have now another dev class here whereby we'll have now to contain all this, whereby you have this one, this now the whereby you have this for the clicking the login and register and all that. So you just need now to create a dev class in between here, which is button box. Let's call it button box. Let's call it a button box. Okay, so this one, the btn will be just in between there, okay. Now after that, now in between the button box, we'll need now to create two buttons. We'll need to create two buttons whereby the first one will be button type, then let's call it button. Okay, then this one is for login. Okay, that one is for login, and then you need also to create another one, so you can just copy this and then paste it just below there. The other one is for register. The other one is for register. Okay, now we need now to add some JavaScript here, or on click function, or on click event function. Okay, so at this point we just need now to say on click. Okay, on click, this is the first one is login. Okay, this is login, and then we'll have a class name, which is Tongo BTN. Okay, let's give it as that point. Okay, we can just copy all this and then paste it just here. It will be, but at this point we'll change this one to register. Okay, but it will be the same at that point. Okay, you can just come here and then click on it. Okay, this is now okay. Now to make it feasible, let's first, or we can first remove these. Can first remove the image and all that. Can remove the image. Let's remove the image. We can just change its name. It will not appear. Okay, just okay. You see now they appear here. Login and register, all that. So you just need to continue on the work on the. Okay, let's work on the next part, whereby we'll now need to create our first, and we'll need now to create a login form. Okay, a login form at this point, you'll just need to create, this is a form. Okay, this is just a form. Okay, an ID, you can give it an ID, which is login. Then we need now to say that this is a class. This is just a class. Then you can give it an input group. Then this is login. Okay, the next one is just input type. Can input type just an email. Then you can say that this is a class. You can give it a name which is input field. Let's give it an input field. And then you can have a placeholder. This is a placeholder. Let's say that email ID. Okay, then you can say that is required. Now this required is just to make it like mandatory, like it's must you enter it. So like in this part, if you click on login, it says that please fill out this field. Okay, so that's required is what makes it mandatory. Okay, so you can just copy this. So in this part you just need to input field, so whereby the next one is password, and then the other one is just enter and a password. Okay, at this point then we just need now to create another this point, which is checkbox. This is a checkbox. Then a class name, can just call it okay. There is no placeholder and all the requirement and all that. Okay, this point you just need to hand a span and then say remember password. Okay, so at this point you can just go back here and click on refresh. You say now this is how it appears. So you have a checkbox at this point. Okay, after that you just need to add a button just below this. Just need to add a button and a button type button type is submit. Then you can say login. Okay, so at this point, and also you can give it a class name. Let's give it a class which is submit btn. Okay, so at this point you can add a comment here. And say that this is the login form. This is a login form. Now you just need to create. Now the next part is just to create the registration form. Now if someone has no account, you can just create a registration form. Okay, this is the registration form. Okay, so to do this you just need to copy this all. You can copy all this and then add just below here. You can add just below here and then change all this and say that I agree the terms and conditions. Okay, now the other one here, the button here will be a register, not login. Okay, we'll change it to register. Okay, the other one, this part now, the input field, you can just copy this, and then we'll have to the input type here will be a test, and then this one here at this point we'll have this is a first name. Okay, then the one here is last name. Okay, that's just a placeholder, and then need now to copy this. Need to copy this, and then just below here you can say that enter password, and then confirm password. Great. Okay, with that you'll need now to see now how it appears. So you have now your remember password and all that. Okay, at this point, okay, now it's now our high time. It's now our high time now to style. Now, first of all, we'll start with the login part, or the login page. You see now we have our login page here at this point. So this is our class name. Here we just need to copy this. So with that, you just need to come here, and then just below here just need to paste and say that login page will have a padding 100%. Okay, so to remove them at this point, now we need to place them just below here. You see now they're just here. Okay, the next part is to work on the login form. This now we have now this part, which is an ID. Okay, then at this point we'll have now to add a display. Now, okay, we'll have to add a display which is none. So you see now it has disappeared. To make it visible, we'll need now to go back to our part here, whereby we'll have now to add now our on click. Okay, this is document. This is document dot get element by ID. You can see that it will show what it will show. It will show the login form. Okay, now then at this point we say that style dot display, then you can say that equals to, or we can say it's equivalent to block. Okay, so if you come back here and click on refresh, and then you click on this button, it will show. Okay, If you click on refresh, it disappears. So when you click here, it appears. Okay, at this point you can just leave it, or you can just remove it at this point to make it visible. We just need to work on it when it is visible. So you see now it is visible now. Okay, we'll just add later. Okay, at this point we need to continue and say that the next part is to work on the let's work on the form box. Now the form box, now we'll have a width which is set to 380 pixels, and then we'll also have the height. The height is set to 480 pixels. We'll also have the position. So the position at this point will set to be relative. Great. We'll also margin. Okay, we'll have a border radius which is 10%, and the background it is set to. Okay, you see now the information now is contained here. Information is contained here. Okay, see how it appears. Nice. With that, you can just return the image. You can return the background image at this point. Remember, we had removed the background image at this point, so you can just return it, because now you set it to where we want. Now you see now that's how it appears. Okay, let's continue and work on the next part. Let's work on the next part, which is now the button box. Okay, well, it contains our two buttons, the on click, register, and all that. So it needs now to style this. Then to style this, we'll have to set the width. We'll set the width to 220 pixel. Okay, to be 220 pixel. We'll also set the margin. Just to Great. Now with that, you can just come here and click on refresh. You see now the button is set. The button is already set to, this is the button box now. Okay, the next part is just to work on the toggle button. So you have now the toggle button now is these two. Now they have a class name of toggle button here. So you need now to style this. So you just need to copy that, and then just need to come here and then. Okay, let's work on the padding. Let's set it to 10 pixel. background, you can set the background transparent. It's transparent. Then we'll also have a border at this point, which is 0. Outline, also set the outline to none. Also have and also the color. I'll set the color. Okay, to white. Okay, at this point you just need to click on refresh and see how it appears now. You see now it has a color which is and all that is set. Okay, the next part is just to work on the, you can work on the bit here at this point. Now the ID, this ID, okay, the ID here at this point you need to know this. Okay, the top, okay, the okay, you can set it to 0. You can also set the left to 0. The width can be set to 110 pixel. Also the height can be set to 100%. Background can be set to border radius. Border radius can be set to that pixel, and also we'll have a transition to make it move smoothly. We'll have a to add a transition which is 0.5 seconds. Great. Now we can just refresh and see. So you see now, this is now, you see, okay, this is now, we have added now our bit here, and we have styled our bit here. So the next part is to style the next part is to style the input login. Now this is input login, and then this is input register. This is register now, not login. Okay, we just need to work on the first one here. This is our class name. Okay, to style that we just need to come here and then work on okay, so we'll have the position, set to absolute. Okay, the top, great, and then we'll have the width which is set to 280 pixel. We'll also have to make it move smoothly. We'll need now to add this certain transition here which is 0.0 second. So you can just copy all this, and then change this one to register. Now remember you have this class name here, register. Okay, this is register, and then you can change this to 120, and then the same will apply. So the next part is to style now the, okay, if you click on refresh here, you see now See now how it appears. Okay, do not worry about how it appears, we're just working on it. So the next part is to style the input field. So we have our input field here. So this class name. So for each, so it needs to work on the input field, whereby we just need to style it and say that we'll have the width. None. Then the background will be set to transparent. Great. So if you click on the refresh button here, you see now how it appears. Okay, it appears nice, huh? Yeah, it appears nice. Okay, you just need to work on the next part there, which is now the submit button. We have a button here. So the submit button, it will be the same as for the login and also the register. Okay, so you just need to work on this and then say that this. So the width be set to 85%. Okay, sorry, this is width. And the background will set the background to just need to tell that, and then the border will be 0. We'll set the outline. The color, we'll set the color. You can set the color to white. Okay, the border radius, you can set the border radius to 30 pixel. Okay, this is how it appears. This is how it appears. Okay, this is how it appears. Great. Now we just need to work on the next part, which is now the other thing we have not worked on is the checkbox. So we have a checkbox here, a class name which is checkbox. So okay, at this point you just need to say the margin. You can set the margin. You can just set the margin to 30 pixel, 10 pixel, 34 pixel, 0. Okay, the next one is just to work on the span. We have a span here and also a span here. Okay, you can just work on the span. The span at this point will have a color. lava color, which is white. The other one is font size. The font size, which is 13 pixel, and also the bottom. We'll also have the bottom, which is 16 pixel. Right, and also the position. You can set the position to be absolute. Right, now the next part is to work on the login. Okay, at this point you have a ID which is login, and then the ID here is register. Okay, now we just need to work on the login ID part. And then this part we just need to state that the login will be set at the left, which is 50 pixel. Okay, then let's set register. The register is this ID now. This is this ID now. This point. So will be set at now left, which will be set to 450 pixel. Okay, we've just if we click on refresh, see now it has disappeared. So it's just the other, just this side, 400 to the left. So we just need now to style the last part, which is login input. We just need to the input now. Okay, so we just need to style the login input. This point, the input are just this this. So we'll have to copy all this. It's okay, and then say that input, this is what the color will be set to white. Okay, and also the font size will be set to 17 pixel. Okay, we'll also have the are just two. Okay, we can just copy this and then say that this is what input. Okay, great, they are just two. So at this point you see, what do you mean by this? When you insert, it will be in white color. Okay, so you see now. Okay, great. Now we have worked on that. We'll just need now, you see now we have our form here, but when you click here it does not change. So the other thing we just need to work on is, okay, let's remember you said that you remove the display part here, whereby left now this is what the display, the login form, it should be none. Okay, so like for instance, when you click here, so it disappears, but when you click here it appears. Okay, when you click here, it appears. Okay, you see now when you click here, it does not change. It does not change to register and all that. So because if you click on this, if you try to click on this, you see now it's changing. But on the other one we are creating now, if you click, it does not change. Okay, to add that functionality, we'll need now to add a simple JavaScript part in our HTML part here. Just below here, just below here, we'll need now to add some JavaScript. Okay, at this point we can add a comment, say that this is what, let's add JavaScript. And then in between the script tag, okay, let's move this. Okay, in between the script tag, we'll need now to add some JavaScript here, whereby we'll have now this is furry hex, goes to document. Okay, dot get element by ID. Then what should it get? Okay, we'll need now, this is what, this is the login. Okay, at this point you see now we have various ID here. We had inserted, first one is the login. This now first the hex will get the login. This is now the login part, and also we'll also have for register, and then for the btn now the button. Okay, you see now the button is changing from this side to the other side. Okay, to do that we'll just need now to add the next part. So it should add, or it should get login. So you just need to copy this. Just need to copy this into 3 times. Okay, the other one is, it will be furry y. Can have furry y, then you also have furry z. Okay, at this point it will get the register. And then the other one is just btn. Okay, at this point we can add a function and say this is a function. When you click on the register, the register is now, sorry, this is a register. Okay, at this point we need now to add some style, which say that style dot left. At the left side, say that we'll set it to negative 400 pixel. Okay, so to this 400 pixel, now we just need to go to our style part or the CSS part. We see now that on this part we insert now our register part, or we insert our register to 450 pixel, and the other one which is login to 50 pixel. So when you click on the register part, it should go minus 400. So it means it will be in the position where we have our login. Okay, then we'll have now this the next part, which is style dot left. Then at this point it means that we'll have now this is will be moved to 50 pixel. Okay, the y now, okay, hex is our now our login. Okay, it will be moved minus 400 pixel. Then the other one is y, which is register. It will be moved to 50 pixel. Okay, and then this is the other one is just the bit here, whereby Okay, it will be moved to 110 pixel. Okay, so you can just copy all this. You can just copy that, and then you need to now to paste it here, and then you change this one to login. Suppose you click on that login, the login part. So this one will be moved to, it will remain normal. It will go to the normal. It will go to the normal. So it will be set to 50 pixel. The other one will be 50, but this one will remain 0. This one will go to 0. Okay, so this one will go to 0. So this one means that they will all go to, or this one will remain normal the way you see. Now to the style, you see that we insert the login to the 50, and also this one to register to 450, and also the BTN. The BTN we insert the width to 110. Okay, it means that if it goes to 0, then it means that it goes to normal the way we insert it. Okay, let's come back and click on refresh. See now, when you click here, it appears, so you can now navigate. You see now, it's working well. Okay, this problem. This line, the line for the login, are passing to the other part. This is login. Okay. Suppose we remove this. Suppose we remove this. Then okay, let's click on this and refresh. You see there's problem there. Okay, now let's work on that, and then see where there's problem. See where there is problem. Okay, the input field, all that. See that. Okay, sorry. So we have our input field here, which is set to 1. So this one should be 100%, the input field. Okay, sorry for that. And then just need to click on refresh here, and then you see now this is how it should appear. So you have your it's appearing well. It's appearing well. Okay. So you can enter your details here. You can type here, then click here and then click. Okay, the other one you can enter your details here. Okay, and then click on this one, this part. Okay, and click on register. Okay, that's all about how to create a web design with a registration form. And this mark our first project that we'll be working on, and that's why it took too much time to explain the same, but it's for you to understand. So remember to subscribe, like, and share, and more are coming in our channel from today, and I'm sure you will learn more. Thank you for watching.